Okay, so obviously the ratings war is real. WWE versus AEW. Both companies at this point are signing some pretty big names to their rosters. So yes, inevitably AEW, Vicky Guerrero. It just sounded like a match made in heaven, but guys, that's exactly what we're talking about in today's video. Trust me, you don't want to click off of it just yet because I think I make some really good points and I think you guys will enjoy it.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, so let's be real. We really don't know if Vicky Guerrero has signed with AEW. In fact, nobody knows if she's even going to be back on AEW. So it is kind of odd that she actually appeared on AEW television. Well, sort of. If you guys didn't know, AEW Dynamite is taking place from Garland, Texas, I believe. And basically, AEW Dark, it's pre-taped, which is the show that debuts on YouTube every Tuesday. That's when it premieres on YouTube. And it's not a bad show. They do a lot of different dark matches, hence the name AEW Dark. But if you guys didn't know, AEW and Taz have kind of been on like a handshake deal. And Taz has been guest commentating for quite a few episodes now. And that's exactly what Vicky Guerrero's role was tonight with AEW. So, of course, it is shocking that AEW did, in fact, have Vicky Guerrero on their television show. But this by no means that she is signed to AEW. So, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. And if you guys are getting ready to click off, don't do it just yet. This is not going to be a very long video. But I have to make this point right here because this is really what's important. AEW Dark is going to be hit or miss. It's not a primary focus for AEW, but I think when you watch the show, you could tell they experiment a lot within this program. And it's kind of nice because, one, these are the dark matches, but also you see some very interesting matchups, especially on the most recent episode, Kip Sabian versus Kenny Omega. Really cool match. And ultimately, you start to see a little bit more being introduced to these shows. So, of course, AEW Dynamite, 2-hour block on TNT, very strict. They've kind of used the control center as a way to introduce new characters, new storylines, basically do some more in-depth explaining of what's been happening on AEW television. And that's why, Vicky Guerrero may not be signed to AEW. She very well could be, but by the looks of it, she may not be signed to AEW, but this is kind of a way for them to see what opportunities there are with Vicky Guerrero. Now, of course, Vicky Guerrero is not the biggest name in pro wrestling, but she is most noticeable, obviously, for her experience in WWE. Time will tell. I always thought Vicky Guerrero was one of those people that would go back to WWE, and I still think that is very well possible. But now that we're seeing her in this guest commentator role for AEW Dark, I think there is some potential for her with AEW. Time will tell to see what they actually do with her, but I think they're just testing it. I think they're just dipping their hand in water and seeing what works. And I think it's a very, very interesting move to say the least. But ultimately, I want to know what you guys think.
You have arrived at your destination.